Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. I mean, we're on 3 channels, over 10,500 subscribers. So big shout out to everybody on Pulsechain X, Superman Crypto, and of course here on Hex Token as well. A big shout out and welcome. If you're new to the channels, subscribe to any of those. It really helps to support the channel. And a big shout out for all the support. We're going to be talking about how to play MAFIA on BNB chain today. We're also talking about TRH and Pulse MAFIA. That's going to be the case, and hopefully we're going to have a Cult DeFi in as our special guest today. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's get into the chat there. We're going to break up our usual format today, obviously talking about how to play MAFIA on BNB. We're going to go through the Wikipedia and everything else like that. We will touch at the end on a bit of a quick market roundup. That will take a couple of minutes at the end of the live stream. So I hope you guys enjoy that too for the day. Let's see who else has jumped in house there. We got Craig says, unfortunately, they killed TRH today, rebranding as Pulse MAFIA. Yeah, so the people are going to have different feelings about that, Craig. I know a lot of people are pretty positive. I think we're pretty positive about it, but I can understand people have different opinions on that and have to wait and see and all sorts of stuff like that. I will be doing an update around Pulse MAFIA later in the live stream, but we'll be focusing on BNB MAFIA first of all. And you can see the link there. That's pinned to the top of the chat there is bnbmafia.io. That's the official website. And I do encourage you to go and join the X channel for the official BNB Mafia. You can also join up to their Telegram as well, but do go in that. And if you do go and follow them, go and share it as well. Get it out because this is starting to ramp up. There are a number of, I would say, small to medium size influencers starting to pick up on BNB Mafia, and that's the sort of thing you like to see, you know, where it starts to go a bit more viral, starts off pretty nicely. There are quite a few people on X posting out about BNB Mafia now, and it's getting bigger by the day. So I've noticed the followers are getting bigger and the views are getting bigger, so that's real positive. We got Craig Pitt in the house there. Morning all. Hey, Craig. Keen to see how Pulse Mafia does. Yeah, it's going to be fun to see. Well, I will be talking about the update. The full update was posted by Archie in our Pulsechain chat in Discord, so you can find the full details there. I'll probably read through quite a bit of that later on, so we'll get up to that. We got Brennan in the house as well. Morning, Superman and family. Hey, Brennan, hope you're doing well. And of course, bring on Pulse Mafia, says Brennan. Yeah, I think I personally think it's a good direction. So and we may see some crossover too. Who knows with Pulse Mafia and BNB Mafia? It's gonna be cool. Would it be a play to buy TRH now, or because there will be a new price chart? Do you think the price could start lower? Well, we'll talk about that a bit later when we get up to TRH. I think we'll hold off on that one. Probably depends on the supplies, Brennan. We got Scott Jackson in the house there. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you, Scott. And Archie says no sound. Oh, it's just Archie that's got no sound because Brennan says, I've got sound. Yeah, that's good. You had me worried there for Archie. Hi, all from Archie, the godfather of the syndicate. Big shout out to Archie there in the chat. So kind of cool. All right, let's get into it, folks. Let's go. And let me know. Hey, actually, let me know if you want to come in today's show. Let me know, and I can post you a link to the show and invite you in if you want to get in here. So let me know. I can DM you that on Discord. If you want to participate. So let me know in the chat there. You can jump into the live stream here. Why not? We're waiting for Cult DeFi to jump in. Let's get into it without further ado. This is the official X platform for BNB. So this is run by Jacob. And of course, you can see it's just been launched. So you're going to be early getting on there. So what I suggest you do, give them a follow and repost, share it around to everybody you know that is playing BNB Mafia or that might play BNB Mafia. So get into that. That'd be pretty cool. All right. So that is in the chat at the top there. You can join up to that. That is BNB Mafia. Now, the website is bnbmafia.io. As I said earlier, it is pinned to the top of the chat group here. So you can see that in the chat. And you can see pretty cool. So we've got players, of course. It's the front page there. And all you have to do to become a player is connect your wallet up, and you need 2,000 Mafia, and that's only about $1, maybe $1.50, something like that, $1.50 maybe. So that's all you have to do. Connect up, and you can create your own family. Now you can give yourself a name. I think it's up to 14 characters. something like that. And yeah, you'll have to pay 2,000 BNB, which is about $1.50. So actually becoming a player is very, very cheap. Now you can set up multiple players if you want to do that. It's definitely something you can do. Yeah, you'll be randomly assigned a player avatar. In other words, a Mafia player, female or male. And of course, there's up to 1,200 of those. So you'll get randomly assigned a character to your name. And I've been kind of surprised that quite often the character will look very much like the name for some reason. I don't know what that is, but that is kind of cool. Not always, but quite often. And you can see the players rank at the moment. You can see at the moment there's 258 families that are alive players. 258 alive players at the moment. And interestingly enough, 11 crime families. Now, there were only 10 before the live stream. So someone has just created a new family. We had another one last night. We're going to talk about those two new families. So we're up to 11 crime families so far. And as you guys know, it costs 500,000 BNB. 500,000 Mafia tokens to set up a family. So only 2,000 for a player to set up a player, but it costs 500,000 to set up a crime family. And of course, on top of that is the vault, which we'll get into that, which is the main prize. There are many prizes inside the Mafia game, but of course, the BNB vault is the number one that players will be looking for, that families will be looking to control. So it's going to be a big power struggle there already. I can tell you that already the games have already begun, and we haven't even launched. So the game has got these pre-phases up to launch, and I might go through those a bit in a minute, actually. But the families are already doing pre-game tactics against each other. Is pretty exciting. So now you can see the top players here. We've got number one player there. We've got also the worth, how much the family's worth. That's the key number that you want to push up during the game. The more activity you have, the more wealth you can get. The more family, I guess, the family that you're in, all sorts of stuff, your worth will go up and away. So that is how everyone's sort of being ranked on here. You can see the name and the rank of the person. Now that's going to happen. That rank's going to start happening where you get better and better. You start killing people. You start taking over casinos. You start doing smuggling, all sorts of different activities that gangsters will do. Your rank will start going up if you are successful in particular. So it's kind of cool. You got your family, of course, that you have chosen to join. Sometimes some families will have a joining fee, some will not. So the sort of thing. You've got the amount of Mafia that's in that family, in the wallet of the person, and of course the amount of stake Mafia as well. So that is in there too, and of course the vault, how much in the vault that player particularly will be receiving at this stage. Now we're expecting the vault to be redistributed, to be changed, to be more I guess trickle down to more players. That's something that's coming up potentially in the future, so we'll look at that. So you can see the players at the moment. It's Costello at the top. Dom Mugnau is number 2. We've got Ice Pick Willie and the Governor at number 3 and 4. Capone, the head of the syndicate there at number 5. We've got Crazy, Thomas Shelby, the head of Piggy Blinders. Lucky there, original gangsters. We've got Luciano, the Yakuza, and Pablo there, number 10. So that's the top 10. But we've got 26 pages of players, and going all the way down to page number 26, you can see the last person at the moment is Tomboss there. So there are lots of pages of lots of players, 26 pages of players there with 10 on each. So pretty cool. 258 live players at the moment and 11 crime families. So a family is awaiting your arrival. So you can connect your wallet, create your profile, and of course you can buy Mafia on the markets. Now here's the price of Mafia at the moment. It is 1/10 of a penny, and you can pick it up. It's had a big rally, of course, just cooling off here and buying off. Now quite a few of these sales in the market are from the vault, not from players selling down, but from the vault. Of course, as new families are created, 500,000 Mafia is sold into the market, and that BNB is there put into the vault. So quite a few of these candles are related to that as opposed to players. So you've got to understand this chart compared to most. The vault feeds through from the BNB traded and, of course, sold through the vault and other things like that. So now remember that there is a 4.6% tax on the buy. So we're going to have a look at that quickly. We're going to go to the buy first. So if you want to buy Mafia, you're very early on this. 4.7% is the buy tax zone and 16.6% is the sell tax. Now, all that tax there goes into the vault. And the vault at the moment is looking pretty good. 69.23 BNB, $41,730 at the moment. And there is a whopping 874,000 MAFIA ready to be sold to go into the vault as BNB. So that is pretty cool. Now, as we understand it, the game will not be starting until we reach 500 BNB. That will put us well up, right? Well up at the moment, somewhere over $300,000 or so. And 10% of that each week will go to the top 5 MAFIA families. And that's where we're going to lead into the families. So 10% every week. Imagine that, over $30,000 could be pretty badass. We will see. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the families at the moment, it looks like we've got a new family, number 11. And let's see where that is. I don't think it's quite showing up yet. When they get created, it can be delayed for about half an hour. So we might have to wait for that. But at the moment, we've got the top families at the moment. Rank number 1 is the syndicate. And a lot of people are scared of the syndicate already. A very aggressive Godfather, the Don, Capone, very aggressive. And of course, you will, if you go into the official BNB Telegram, you will see some of that aggressiveness in there. So straight out of the gate, even before the game actually launches, we're in pre-game phases. And of course, the Capone, they're already 54 members strong, and with a 72.6 million MAFIA staked. This is a powerhouse, and 11.4 million liquid. It is a powerhouse there. The worth, the ranking worth there is now 7,500 and climbing. So the syndicate's sending out a strong message that they're here to win. And they're in number 1 spot. And the vault access at the moment is 30% payout at the top there. So 30% of that 10% from the vault is going to go to them in the first week. So pretty amazing. You can see, of course, the syndicate there with its leaders. These are the top 3 leaders in there at the moment. And, of course, all the players. And look at their army. They've got gangsters in every single, what they call a regime. So at the top at the moment, you've got the Don. Capone is the Don. The Concierge there is Scarface. And, of course, the Capodecima there, the 3rd rank, is Knuckles. So some pretty cool names in there for the syndicate. Below that, what we call capos. In the capo, you got Wookie the Blade, Face of Powder, Reggie Cray, Siphon there, and Dolly. And then below that is what they call the Capo Regiment. These are the foot soldiers for that, and they are all linked down. Look at that. Woo! There's multiple members in each team, and very cool. Now, there's also promotional money that players get from the bank, and then there's business objects that will be able to be attained. We're expecting to see that come up in about 2 weeks or something like that. Business objects, and of course casino, bullet factories, and hospitals. We'll find out more about that, I think, in about 2 weeks. That's coming up. And then you've got all their player lists there as well, all the details about every single player in there. So you can see a lot of players in this MAFIA family, not to be trifled with easily. Now, there are more MAFIA families, of course. We've got the original gangsters. They're doing pretty cool. Now, the syndicate has a joining fee. So it's 100,000 MAFIA to join the syndicate. So that's one strategy that they're using to be strong. The original gangsters, I understand it, have no joining fee. They got 45 members, and of course, they have got access to 25% of the payout vault at the moment. So that is how strong they are. 42 million in stake MAFIA, 12.6 million liquid at the moment, and of course, their worth at the moment 4,700. That's the original gangsters. So that's led by the Don. The Godfather there is Lucky. Let's have a quick look into that. They've been fairly aggressive as well, up to certain pre-game tactics. And you can see some of their players there. We've got Lucky, Capo, and Bob Tillahan there is the top 3. And they've got all their capos, Michael Legion, and a few other people here. And, of course, they've got all their foot soldiers in the capo regime. So that's basically like their teams, and they're all there as well. So it's going to be games on. We can see some of the top families at the moment. I won't go through all of these, but you can see a few others there. The Magnaus, led by Don Magnau. We've got Cosa Nostra, led by Costello. They're still pretty big too. Let me look at that. They're getting 20% and 50% respectively. Particularly the Magnaus got quite a bit staked as well, 35 million. We've got Piggy Blinders at number 5, led by Thomas Shelby, and 16 members in there. So a pretty good crew. With 8 million staked, 2.5 million liquid, and they are getting the last spot for the top 5. Remember, the top 5 get to share 10% of the vault every week. So it's a pretty big prize, and they've got 10% in the spot number 5. But will they hold it? That's the question. It's going to be fun to see who will hold this when the game goes live every single week. It's going to be fun to see. Now, below that, we've got other families. We've got the Cartel, led by Crazy. We've got the Yakuza, led by Luciano. We've got the OG Escobars. Now, this is the latest family number 11. So pretty cool. The OG Escobars is the latest family. It is led by Pablo the Don, and it's got the worth of 26. It's only just started. It's only got one member at the moment, and it's it's got nothing staked yet, but it's got 463,000 liquid, and it is not qualified. See all these red ones here? They do not qualify for a share of the vault every week. They have to get in these top 5 spots. So that's kind of the play there. We've got the Salvation Army, which joined up yesterday. It's a bit of a twisted name, isn't it? Salvation Army, normally doing good works, but in the Mafia, these guys are bad boys and bad girls out there. So there we go. And then number 10, Mafia Group led by Gangy. So yes, Salvation Army led by William Booth. And then we get on to page 2. Our first time we got page 2, folks. And there we got the Untouchables at rank number 11 with a worth of 15. That's led by another YouTuber, Crypto Pride. So we've got a second known YouTuber and now behind one of these families. So there are 2 YouTubers now, not just myself, Superman, but also Crypto Pride out there. So big shout out to him. And I saw him put out a big promo video just only a few hours ago. So things are starting to ramp up with a second YouTuber in the house. So big shout out to him. And of course, he has 2 members at the moment. He's got his own Telegram group. And of course, he's got 8,000 staked at the moment. He does not have access to Vault yet, but that is a Crypto Pride. So big shout out there. So there we go, folks. Where things are really starting to grow. We're getting 11 families, pretty cool. And who knows how many we might have in the future, all battling over the Vault. And of course, not just the Vault, but also the in-game assets that people can get for every single city. There will be casinos. There will be lots of different businesses that people can buy. So it's going to be pretty cool like that. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So that is pretty much it on that. Let me just double check here. And I'm going to go into some of these comments. Let's see here. We've got Archie says, I'd love to, but have company coming over shortly. All good. We got Craig Anthony in house. Great to see my intro still being used. Awesome, says Craig. I really like the intro, Greg, and thanks very much for that. That's that video intro at the beginning of the video. So a big shout out to there. Brennan says, lol, the Salvation Army, a great name. Yeah, it's a very twisted name, isn't it? Very twisted. I thought that was quite funny when I saw that. But yeah, definitely pretty funny. So that is an overview of the game, folks. Look at that, 900,000 Mafia in there now. Wow, that's all to be converted into BNB. That will go into the vault. So pretty easy to do that. And so well, the price is going up at the moment, of course. We're having a couple of buys. We had $1,000 buy, $500, $750 buy there, which is kind of cool. That will be pressed down a little bit, though, once someone decides to convert the Mafia. So anyone can call this function. It will sell 900,000 Mafia into the pool. And, of course, that will go into the vault here, pushing us even higher up there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We won't do that ourselves on live stream, but that is what you can do. Now, what we want to do is get into the Wikipedia. So if you click, we've already looked at the players, the families, the vault, and the buy Mafia, but we've got the Wikipedia as well. But before we get into Wikipedia, which is how to play on the BNB chain, we're going to quickly look at the chat here. This is a new feature, and this is going to be continually evolved. But we've got the chat here, and you've got a main chat, just this little button. See that? Got a little button. It says main chat. So this is where everybody can chat. Which is pretty cool. You can see some of the names there. The latest person to post is Aratan there, posting their profile. So there we go. And you can see all the chats. So it's very early, and you can use this to talk to anybody anywhere, which is fantastic. So there are different Telegram groups, different Discords, like our Discord, also co-host the Syndicate. And, of course, people can have chats now. We can chat. If you're not on Telegram, you can chat someone on Telegram through this way. It's kind of cool. The other one, of course, is they've got family chat. So you can actually select a particular family and you can have a chat in there. Look all the families, and you can have a chat. So if I want to talk to somebody in the cartel, I can now say hello here, right? I can now say hello if I'm signed on. You've got to be signed on. But I can make a chat there if I'm signed on and talk to the cartel. Maybe I want to talk to the, the Cosa Nostra. I can jump in there and talk to them as well. You can see a few comments in there at the moment. So it's kind of cool. So that is the chat, which I think is fantastic. It's going to continue to evolve. Who knows what might happen? They might have tips and things like that. Who knows what else they're going to have in that chat? Could be pretty cool. Now that leads us to the final tab, which is the game wiki. This is how to play. So this is where we're going to go, and this is what the website looks like. Before we get into that, let's get into some of the chats here. Yeah, let's get in here. So yeah. All right, cool. All right, so let's start off the top here. Now, we were going to have special guest Cult DeFi. He's obviously delayed and may or may not appear, so we'll have to see how we go, and hopefully he does manage to pop in during the live stream. Let's see where we're going here. So we've got the token mint and airdrop. So these are the launch phases. So there are particular launch phases before the game goes live. So you guys are all early, and you know what it's like being early in crypto, and particularly a potentially big game like this. So it's kind of cool. We've had the token mint and airdrop so far. We've talked about profile creation. You can create your own player. That's 2,000 MAFIA. A family creation that has launched. And of course, we now have 11 families. It costs 500,000 BNB MAFIA to set up your own family. We've also got family staking that is launched as well. That takes MAFIA off the supply. So all the MAFIA goes off the supply. If we go to the contract for MAFIA on BSC scan, we can see we've got 1 million MAFIA. And of course, MAFIA was formerly named TYCZ, which was a big sacrifice of $1.25 million, including bonuses. And there we are. We've got 818 holders at the moment. And of course, you can see the holder distribution here as well. So lots of holders in here with 1% or so on the first page. To get on the first page, how much do you need? Well, you need just over 3.1 million to get on the first 50 accounts on the first page. So that's kind of cool. We can probably see the team wallets at the top here, and we can see the swapping trading here on PancakeSwap, the trading pool there as well. Looks like we've got another one down here, 50 down here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, it might be the contract there, and this is the trading pool here for PancakeSwap. All right, that is that. You can see at the moment, yeah, that's the trading one. You can see there's 50 million MAFIA in the trading pool at the moment, with 53 BNB at the moment. So kind of cool. Give that a little rocket there as well. Now, if you want to purchase some MAFIA early, remember there is a tax on the way in and on the way out. That is the link to that at the moment. And just to remind you what those taxes are, 4.7% buy tax, 16.6% sell tax. You're probably good to have a bit of slippage on top of that as well. So just remember that, maybe a 5% buy slippage and a 20% sell slippage is probably something you can do there. All right, that is that. Let's jump over to the wiki again, and we can see that, yeah, coming up is next. The next thing going to be coming up for the phase launch is OG crates. Now, a certain number of people that sacrifice for TYCZ managed to get OGs NFTs. I believe this is what it's related to. So that's going to be coming up soon. Spend your OG NFTs on opening pre-launch crates. So if you do have an OG NFT, then you would be able to open pre-launch crates, prepare your profile for battle of the phase, or distribute family or business objects. So you could end up getting some nice little, I guess, in-game guns or something like that. There was probably a whole suite of things that may end up being you may get from those OG NFTs. Will be interesting to see whether some of those OG NFTs trade in the secondary market as well. That'll be pretty interesting. Now that's the next phase coming up, and we're expecting that in the next few days, actually, probably 3 or 4 days. I think we're about a week it was, so we've probably got about 3 or 4 days left for that. So we'll probably hear about that this week sometime. Then we've got now those OG NFTs were from the sacrifice, and so if you've got those, I believe those are the ones they're referring to. So number 6 phase coming up is communication. This update will include direct mail communication between users, adding other users as acquaintances. These are not activated yet. So at the moment, if you were on your user profile, which you'd have a profile button over here, let me just sign on here and let's get into one of my players here. So we're going to connect up. And you'll see a profile here, and it will have a button that says add acquaintance. So there'll be an acquaintance button here, and you will be able to add. At the moment, you can't do anything with it, so you can't do anything there, but you would be able to add an acquaintance. And yeah, direct mail communication between users, add other users as acquaintances, adding in-game chat session. Now, obviously, that's already been added. We've already got that added here with that little button up here. Now, as soon as you log in, notice how I've got my profile, but I've also got a bell that there that tells you what cool activities like invites and things like that are happening with the bell. So it's kind of cool trigger there as well. Adding in-game chat section, adding family page wall text coming up, adding a wall page wallet text. So that's gonna be cool. Adding I don't think any of these things are up yet. Adding profile page custom background. So that's going to come up. Well, that's actually already in there. Actual profile page. Because actually, I don't know if that's there yet. So that's probably coming up as well. Stage expected to be complete. What do we say? By 15th of June. So that's coming up there. So that's pretty cool. And nice when they give you details, right? The stage is pending. So that's the OGs. The next phase is going to be phase 7. So you guys are still here. You can see it's red, so it hasn't been done yet. Page 7 pre-ranking. This is coming soon as well. So I guess it's going to be around something to do with these, probably these rankings here with the worth. We'll see how that goes. I'm not exactly sure what that is at stage, but maybe around that worth value. We've got marketing coming up. And of course, this is what you want to be in before the marketing, because who knows what will happen to the price, right? It may get a lot more expensive to get in to get your players. At the moment, it costs like $1, $1.50 or whatever. And of course, 500,000 Mafia, much cheaper to buy now than to buy when the price is 10x higher or something like that. So just take that into account also. And yeah, marketing could be pretty big. And we're expecting a lot of the stuff around the BNB influences as well. So it's going to be cool. Vault requirements. The vault requires 500 BNB before the stage can be complete. And as you guys know, at the moment, the vault is currently at just under 70 BNB. Yeah, the vault requires 500 BNB for the stage can be complete to get the vault moving ahead there. And then finally, phase number 10. Yes, you heard it, is the official launch. So coming up there as well. But we've already got, the game's kind of already started. We've already got people, different Mafia families already putting out threats, already putting out offers, already putting out, doing lots of strategic things, which I won't name some of them, but things are happening. So kind of cool, stage pending for that one. So that is the phase 10 launch. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. Now there are 3 tokens. There is the Mafia token. The official contract address ends in 4111, 18 decimals, and on BNB chain. You can view it on BSC scan, the block explorer. The tokenomics, 1 billion tokens. The buy tax, 4%, or it's actually 4.7 plus, and if you're going to buy it, put a 5% slippage in your purchase. Sell tax 16.6%, and put a 20% slippage there. 100% of the tax accumulated goes into the BNB vault, which we said is looking pretty good here. Amazing. Well, look at that. We've got 1.4 million Mafia now in here as well. Look at that. We got another family in here. Is that what's happened? We got another family. Let's go to the players vault here. 12 families. We've got a new family live on screen, folks. Fine, new family. Wow, 3 families over the last 24 hours. That's a pretty decent number, folks. 3 families over the last 24 hours. So there we go. Another family in the house. I'll be posting about that after the live stream. That is pretty cool. I'm not sure what the name of it is. It takes a few minutes to populate on the main board here. So you might want to give it 20, 30 minutes after you've seen that. But there's another family has just jumped into the fray. Man, things are heating up. We're still so early, as I said. So kind of cool. All right, so bullets. There's going to be bullets as well. A lot of people are going to be after bullets, and bullets won't be that cheap. So owning a bullet factory in a city for a Mafia family is going to be very, very important. And of course, health. You're going to need bullets to kill people, right? So if you've got revenge or you're trying to take out the head of a Mafia family, some people might be trying to take out, maybe they'll take out some of the leaders here on the list. So could be, also any of one leader in the original gangsters, for example, could be a target to try and take over that. Now, you got to remember, if you take over the head of the family, you take all their assets as well, all their liquid assets. So pretty big deal there. So yeah, lots of strategies going to be played around that. So we've got health coming up here. I'm not too sure about what's happening with the health, but it is going to be pretty important. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting thing. Just like in any game when you're playing, if your health starts to go down, you could be in trouble, right? Could be in trouble there. So you need some medicine to make sure your player is strong. That's probably the general rule around the health aspect there. Don't forget to get into the chat there, folks, and make it lively as well. Now, the Mafia game itself. Let's go into the 3rd section here on the wiki for how to play the BNB Mafia on BNB chain. We've got the ranks. We've got the ranks at the moment. Overview of all ranks in the Mafia game. The power of your account is greatly decided by the rank. The rank is an indicator of how much time, effort, and capital you have invested in your account. So basically, overall, the more activity you do, the more times you win, the stronger player you're going to be, and the better chance you're going to make a lot of money that way in the game. And of course, all in-game money can be swapped over to BNB and of course traded in the market. So some people might be able to earn an income playing this game pretty much full time. It'll be interesting to see that. I certainly know some people that may be going to try and do that with this game. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see that. I love that sort of opportunity in crypto and gaming together. How do I earn rank points? You can perform a crime to get your points up. You can steal a car. You can make a successful smuggle. You can make a heist or organized crime. You can travel, and that's interesting. You can do travel by car, by plane. Really crazy. Car races. You can do car races. That's going to be probably a bit more popular than people think. People love doing the car races. You can killing other users. Well, obviously that's going to be pretty popular in the Mafia game. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. Now, as you do all those activities, you get more points, you're going to go up the ranks. So everybody at the moment starts as nobody, right? So crime is available. Now opens up, so the higher the level you get, that opens up more features that you can go that make you stronger in the game. So nobody can do crime, everybody can do crime. At the moment, all the players are nobody. So let's go to the players here. We can see we've got 260 players now. Even the players have gone up during the live stream. We can see that everybody is ranked nobody. Look at that. See that rank? Everybody is a nobody at the moment. Who likes to be a nobody? Nobody. Nobody likes to be a nobody. Nobody's want to be somebody. That's what we can say. Anyway, we've got the Aaron. The next rank up is Errand Boy Girl, and that opens up the shop. The shop is available. Pickpocket is the next level. Smuggling becomes available once you get to pickpocket. Then you can jump to thief once you've got enough points. Joining a family is available. Well, obviously you can join certain families. We've got associate there. Car races is available. So once you become a soldier, heists are available. Once you become a mobster level, your organized crimes are available. So this means that once you get that level, it opens up new opportunities to create even more wealth for yourself, doing more activities. Swindler, you can now hold business objects. That's a pretty big deal. And of course, a man-made, you can, so you could be a solo player and you get the swindler. I guess you could get some business objects. Otherwise, you probably have to be in a crime family to do that. So that's my understanding at the moment. But yeah, that's where we are. Man-made is the next level. Hitman is the next one after that. Everyone wants to be a hitman. The assassin after that is the next level. Local chief, family creation is available. Well, obviously you can do that now. Now that may be the fact that family creation is free. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. Chief qualified for vault payout. Capo, Bastoni, highest ranks achievable outside family, and Godfather rank available to dons of the family there. So that's probably an automatic there. So kind of cool. There may be some changes to some of those, but that is kind of the way it's distributed at the moment. When you're in a family, you're able to achieve the following roles. So the Godfather Queen, you can do everything. So the heads of these families that we've got at the moment. So let's go to the families. We can see that all these dons here, see all these dons? All these people have access to certain powers. They can basically do everything. Concierge, all except to decide the top three. The Capodicino, which is rank number 3 in a family, all except decide top 3 there in a capo. That is like the foot soldiers, right? So if we go into a family here, let's go to syndicate, and we can look at the capos. Actually go to families here and we'll go to the syndicate and have a look at the capos. You can see the capos are these ranks here. They're basically like the front captains, as it were, of the gangs at the front of the mafia. So kind of cool. Capos can invite members. Capo regime in dollars. So there's all the people here in the capo regimes. All these people are the foot soldiers. They can earn money. And of course, family earn promotional money there as well. So the promotional money is pretty cool. You can see the promotional money is down here. So it's a bit like a salary, as I understand it, from the family bank. So the more profitable your family is, probably the more money you're going to make there, depending on what your rank is as you play the game. So the more activity, the more money you will make. It's going to make sense. That's kind of cool. So that is the ranks, the currency. There's going to be the currency of the protocol. Use it for everything. What is the currency? Currency that is used in all aspects of the Mafia protocol game. This currency only exists inside the on-chain contracts. This is basically in-game money. What can I use from money from the money that you earn? Well, you can purchase shop items. You can purchase bullets, which are going to be pretty important if you're going to be killing or defending yourself. You can earn bank interest. You can bribe out of the jail. So 1 in 3 chance, I think, is you could go to jail plus a random number. So if you try to kill somebody, a 1 in 3 chance you could end up in jail. If you do a crime as well. Purchase street market items. You can do that. You can purchase detectives. It's going to be pretty important if you're going to want to kill somebody. You need to get the detectives. I had a little stutter there. Pay for, maybe it's my mafia talk. Pay for safe houses. Now that's going to be pretty important, particularly if you're being targeted or if you are one of the hierarchies, like a Don or a Capitacino, one of those ranks. You might need a safe house for a while if you're being targeted between families. When does currency get minted? When users complete actions in the game, the protocol mints them in-game currency. You can obviously successful crimes. You get some money, bank interest payments, successful smuggles, stolen cars. You get a lot of money for doing successful smuggles, and stealing cars. You get quite a lot of money for that. Heists, organized crime, races, and mafia deposits. So mafia deposits there obviously are what people are already doing. So if we go to mafia deposits in the family, we can already see that the syndicate has already staked 72.6 million mafia. Remember, there's only 1 billion. They've already staked 7.6% of the mafia is just in the syndicate alone, and they are already, look at that. See the bank? It's going up in real time because that's earning them money, in-game currency there. So their family bank has got 74 million mafia. What are they going to do with it? Well, obviously going to buy, lots of things in the game to make them even stronger. So it could be guns and cars, lots of things. So it's going to be pretty fun. Each family, the more money you have, the more, I guess, the stronger you can become overall. When is currency deployed? You can do lots of deployment of currencies, destroyed actions. When is currency destroyed? When 50% of the bank wallet bank amount death, 10% of the bank user transfer fee. So these are all the deflationary. See how we got inflationary impacts on the game and the in-game currency. We've got all deflationary impacts as well. Bribing out of jail. There's so many different levels here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can see lots of cool stuff here. It's going to get rid of money in the economy. So think about the game like a big economy. It's going to have inflation and deflation. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Pretty cool. Bullet purchases. That's going to be impacting the deflation in the currency. So pretty cool. How much does a currency inflate? Inflation is based on activity of the contracts. We cannot estimate it, as it's dependent upon actions from outside factors. How do you get the currency? Play the game to earn currency or deposit mafia tokens. So those are your two ways. Play the game and become successful at the game like any game, or deposit mafia tokens to the currency exchange to receive in-game currency. So that's another way you can do that too. You can swap in for the currency itself rather than staking. So there will be, I guess, 3 main ways there. Wealth. Now, wealth is pretty important. Public wealth is cash held in your pocket. This is what you can lose if you die. So just remember that if you get killed with cash in your pockets, you're going to lose it. The wealth category is available information, but the exact cash amount is not on hand. Is not. So different wealth ranks here: stray dog, poor, nouveau rich, rich, very rich, too rich to be true, filthy rich, and richer than God. This is the amount of cash that you would have as well. So remember that. Important note: cash on hand is what you can lose if you get killed. That's probably one of the most important takeaways from this live stream, is that cash on hand is what you can lose if you get killed once the game starts. Obviously not now, but once the game starts, your killer will receive all cash that was in your pocket at the time of killing. Now, that doesn't mean everything, so just take that into account. It means a lot of your in-game assets you probably lose, your cash on hand you probably lose, but there's other stuff you will not lose. We'll get up to that a bit later. So that's kind of cool. Now, let's go to the players, and we can see that the players here have different amounts of mafia on their wallets. They have a different amount of stake mafia as well. They also have different worth levels, so that's kind of where we get into that on those. Now, we're going to jump over to crimes. Before we do that, though, we've got Christine in-house. Hi, all. Hey, good to see you, Christine. Welcome. And, of course, let's go over to crimes. Some of the crimes you can commit. Now, commit. This is where you play the game and do well. Commit crimes to earn cash and rank up your character. This is probably one of the key things. You want to get strong at the game. You got to do these crimes. But remember, if you do some of the crimes, sometimes you will do the time. So just remember that. So to earn currency and rank points, you need to perform crimes. All successful crime attempts will not only give you cash, it will also give you rank points. Remember that, rank points. And of course, you want to climb this worth value to get higher up the ranks there, particularly for families. Families want to do that. They want players that are active. It's going to make their family stronger, right? Now, there's some pretty twisted stuff here in the crimes. So, don't hold me to account for some of these. I'm just saying. There's robbing kindergartens. Who would do such a thing? But apparently the chance of success of that is pretty high. Who would have thought? Is it a bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the old kindergarten cop movie? I know, but 50% chance of success, and you'll get a reward of $27 in-game currency. Now, rob a hot dog stand. Now, I can understand that because hot dogs are pretty tasty, especially when you've been out at the fair, and you've been on all the rides. You want some hot dogs? Well, maybe you can steal some. 35% chance of that. $131 payout there. Rob a drug dealer, 20%. Only 20% chance of success there. And, of course, you pay out $281. Bribe a local police officer. That's got to be bad for you, I'm sure. 15%. And that's $527. Rob a jeweler. Now, we all know that's a pretty classic thing. I mean, it happens pretty common in real life. We see a lot of those. You see smash windows past jewelers. Have you ever seen that? Man, far out. 10% chance of success of that. A massive payoff, $2,227 there. Look at that. Huge, huge, huge. So, yeah, it's about low chance of success, 10%. Now, steal a car. You can steal a car. There's different chances of that at a gas station, country road, etc. Different payoffs there. Look at that payoff. 5% chance of stealing a car at a stadium, but a huge payout, $15,000. So a big money there. Chance of success, successful crime, 33% plus a random number generator. Failed crime, 33% plus a random number generator, and went to jail, 33% plus random number generator. So there is a 1 in 3 chance you could go to jail, folks. Just remember that. Hopefully you'll either your crimes will be successful or failed, but you can go to jail in this game. So I like those odds. I think it's pretty cool. So you can see some of the crimes there. Not bad. That leads us into smuggling. Smuggling as well. Smuggling booze and narcotics is the main source of income for gangsters. So it just kind of gives you a hint with some of these headlines here about what is easy to make money on. Every city offers booze and narcotics for sale or purchase. You can buy and sell high, buy low, sell high. A wise gangster will know when prices are low and when they are high. And you can travel between cities to get the best price for your product as well. So here's an example of booze and drug prices. So there's going to be wine, cognac. Was it cognac? I can't remember how to say it. Cognac, cognac. Yeah, cognac. There's going to be whiskey, amaretto, beer, port, and rum. They've all got different prices, all different types, and all different prices there. For these on morphine, heroin, opium, cocaine, marijuana, tobacco, and glue here as well. So those are the different prices there. I see cocaine's pretty expensive, $20,000. Those are these indicated? Probably. So prices will get updated every 10 minutes. So the market's going to change in the game. I love that. Dynamics. Units can purchase per rank. So it shows you how many number of booze you can get. So the higher rank you are in the game, the more booze you can purchase. Therefore, more money you can potentially make, right? Trading them. And, of course, including narcotics as well. So look at that, up to 35. So could be a godfather these days, isn't it? All right, so that is it for smuggling. Now, smuggling and crimes are going to obviously be, really big ways of making money, right? Crimes and smuggling. That's going to, if you're really thinking about how you're going to make a lot of coin, particularly if you're playing by yourself, those are definitely in the play. Now, a garage. There's going to be a garage. Now, cars are going to be really important in the game. All cars that successfully steal will arrive at you in your garage. So if you do steal a car, they will go to your garage. Over 100 old school mafia. So we talked about being a player, right? Being a player, there's up to 1,200 avatars that you can get randomly assigned. Well, for cars, there's up to 100 old school mafia themed unique cards to steal from. When you successfully steal a car, it will have a following RNG properties. So RNG means random number generates, just a random number. Number one, what car is it? And 2, how damaged is it? Worth range between $500 and $500,000, so $500,000 of in-game money. So that's a pretty big car if you get that. Damage property 0 to 100%. All unique cars have a different rarity and price evaluation, so they're not all created equal there. You can steal the most expensive car, but if it's 99% damaged, it won't be worth much. So just take that into account. What can I do with cars? Well, you can do lots with cars. Then they're going to be a very important component in the game. You can crush cars for bullets. So bullets going to be probably relatively expensive to try and kill somebody. So you need lots of money or a nice car to sell for bullets or crush for bullets. You can sell for currency. You can sell for street market. You can use in a heist. And that probably give you probably a better chance of winning in the heist. You can use in organized crime. You can use in races. So having a car probably give you strength in that success. And you can ship to different locations as well, particularly if you're going to another city or whatever, so like that. And of course, races is probably going to be a pretty big game as well, and a thing in the game. Some of the pictures that are so far here, you can see, are kind of cool. Yeah, pretty badass. And got a real classic there. How about that? Boy, must be an early gangster. Now, the bank, everyone likes banks. You can use the bank to transfer cash to anybody in the game. So it's going to be a lot of that. You'll be surprised. The bank will probably be used quite a bit. Deposit cash in the bank and earn 2% auto compounding. So if you've got a decent amount of money in there, you could earn quite a nice little interest rate. And of course, swap that back out for MAFIA tokens and potentially BNB. There's lots of different things you can do. Features of the bank, you're going to be able to transfer cash to other users, transfer cash into your bank account, earn interest based on your deposit amount. So those are the three things there, and you can see some of the different things you can do there. Rates. What else? Cash held in your bank account will go to your testimonial in case of a death. So if you do get killed, there will be a testimonial. And of course, interest rates there, it's 5%. If you've got a balance between $1 and $1 million, so $1 and $1 million, you get a 5% interest rate, all the way up to if you've got $15 million or more in there, you get 1% above that balance from the looks of it. All interest is paid out every 24 hours. You need to keep your cash in bank account for the entire duration of 24 hours to receive the interest bonus there as well. So kind of cool. There's a cool picture of the bank. I like that. That's pretty badass. All right, so that is the bank. And it's probably going to use a lot more than people think, obviously, to store cash and make money. We've got travel. Now, obviously, we talked about cars, but we've also got traveling. And, of course, traveling is an important factor in the game. You will travel based on attempts to make smuggling profits or when you need to hunt down an enemy. So you can see at the moment we've got players in all sorts of cities. Let's go to a family and let's go have a look at the what family haven't looked at. Let's go have a look at the Peaky Blinders, and we'll see that they've got people from all over the world there, I'm sure, or mostly the United Kingdom. Okay, this one here is not very distributed. They look like they're very strong. They're UK gang, United Kingdom, Indonesia, the Netherlands, all this sort of stuff. So there's different places that people are at. But these are the, let me see here. Those are the countries, but the cities of the families. You can see the family here is, where is it? In Detroit. So Detroit is the family. When you do make a family, there's a certain amount of cities you can choose from. This one is in Detroit. So if you're going to travel to Detroit, you could do so. Prices of the items change based on destination. You might buy narcotics at a low price in Bogota and sell at a high price in New York. You earn in-game currency by playing the game well. You also need to be able to travel to certain cities to perform certain actions, either as a co-op to an organized crime or as an attempt to kill other users. So there'll be quite a bit of that. Travel destinations: North America, Chicago, Detroit, New York, New Jersey, and Las Vegas. South America is going to Medellin, Bogota, and Caracas. Italy, Palermo, Messina, and Napoli. So those are the main cities there. Transport types that you'll be able to do: train 200 minutes, so there will be a time component to this game. A car 120 minutes, motorcycle 80 minutes, aircraft 50, and jet 30 minutes there. To travel between regions, you need either an aircraft or a jet. So just remember that the regions are Italy, South America, and North America. So you will need aircraft or jet. So you won't be able to drive over the water. That's basically the idea. You can visit the shop for more information on transport items. So you can see that there, Mr. Cool Guy and his plane. Right. Locations. So yeah, locations are important in the MAFIA protocol. Certain actions are only available based on your actions. So that's pretty important to remember, or your location, sorry. When is location important? Killing. Location of killer and target needs to be identical. You've got to be in the same city. Access the family bank. Location of family and users need to be identical to access the family bank. Heist and organized crime. Location of cooperating users needs to be identical. So remember that. So if you're playing together, you're going to target a certain place, and you got to be in the same city. Booze and narcotics. Travel to expensive places to upload your stash. Health purchases. Each location have their own hospital and blood prices. So might be a bit cheaper to get you heal yourself somewhere else, another city. Stealing cars. The car you steal stays in the same city as you stole it. Purchasing shop items. Some shop items such as accommodation are location specific. car race, their location of users need to be identical. Purchase bullets. Each location has their own bullet factory and bullet prices. And this is what Mafia families will be after, is trying to get these bullet factories because they'll make good money. Not only do you make money with the vault, but you make money by owning key assets in the game, like bullet factories. Family HQ. Each family has a one-time selected HQ location, so take that into account. So yeah, these are the available locations. Pretty cool. And I do like the look of that little resort there, and that little it's the high life. Live the high life in the Mafia, and of course, look at that, beautiful. All right, so that is it. Jail. Now, like I said, 1 in 3 chance of failing your crime, right, and ending up in jail. We don't do that. You can go to jail for certain failed actions. When you are jailed, you are not able to do anything in the game for a certain amount of time. Here's a list of crimes and jailing time. So you got a 1/3 chance plus a random number generator to end up in jail. And some of the crimes that you may fail out there. If you did a basic crime, you're going to get half a minute or 3 minutes max. With a rank modifier of 300%. If you are car nicking, then you got 3 minutes to 10 minutes. Smuggling, 5 minutes to 20 minutes with a rank modifier of 1,000%. Heist there, 10 to 30 minutes, and organized crime, 30 to 100 minutes there. So the bigger the crime, the bigger the time, I guess is the way to go. You can always bribe your way out, though. So, man, some corrupt jailers there. You can pay $1,000 per minute you have been jailed, and you will immediately be released. Price per minute increases with your rank. There we go. So the higher you get, the more expensive it's going to be because you're more high profile. So that is a jail. Killing, the most important feature of the protocol. Wallet has 1 life in the Mafia protocol. That's probably the big thing to remember. So you do have to think about the amount of assets you've got into that player. You could have multiple players, for example, or you could have a non-player wallet, for example, to keep certain assets. A wallet has 1 life in the Mafia protocol. If you are killed, you will never play the game again with that particular wallet. The exact algorithm used to decide whether a kill attempt is successful or not is kept a secret. So you will not know that algorithm. So just take that into account. We do have a basic idea, but remember that is the case. Some of the data points kill contract takes into consideration. It will take into account your user rank, right? Your user wealth, your user kill skill, your family status, your user bodyguard setup, user weapons, user accommodation, and user bullet amount. So these are the things you're going to have to be pretty strong at to increase your chance of success. Killing requirements. Target is not in a safe house. So safe houses obviously can't kill someone there. Target is not under 7-day protection. There's a way of protecting your hierarchy in the family. Target is found in the city. You are in the same city as the target. Target rank is within -5 to +3 ranks of your own rank there. So remember that. It's going to be important. The process of killing another wallet. Find the user with detectives. So you will need to use detectives to do that. Travel to the same city as your target. Decide on the amount of bullets to fire. Optional message to victim, and decide if kill is anonymous or not. Confirm the kill attempt. So this anonymous aspect might be pretty cool in the game, and then confirm the kill attempt there. So you've got to get used to doing that. Possible results from attempting to kill your enemy. You successfully kill your enemy and survived yourself, and you successfully killed your enemy, but you also died in their backfire. You failed to kill your enemy and you survived as well. You failed to kill your enemy and you died in the backfire. Ouch, that would be very upsetting. So just remember that. When you fail to kill, you will have made significant damage on the user's health points. If you wait out the cool time period and try again, you will most likely be successful unless your target has purchased new health points from the hospital. So there we go. That's an important point as well. Why would someone want to kill another user? Most often it's driven by economic incentives. That's why you want to do that. And of course, and sometimes that may be targeting the head of the Mafia family, trying to take everything that they have. So they take control of the whole Mafia family, basically in the vault, if you can. Example: if a low-ranked user is running around with a large stack of currency on hand, they would be a target for other players, as they can earn currency by killing you. As a bonus, they earn your rank points and kill skill as well. Now that is going to be very sought after as well, getting those rank points and skills set as well. If you have a lot of cash on hand and you are not protected by a family, you will most likely get killed quite quickly. So watch out. So you can play by yourself in this game, right? You can be your own player, but you do have 12 crime families out there. Some of them are pretty powerful. So you have to be careful, how much money you're carrying and stuff like that. And if you're in the wrong city, at the wrong place, at the wrong time, it could be, done for that. So take care. You might be an outstanding player too, so you can play solo and be an outstanding player. Might play out for you. Yeah, so there we go. Now, hit list. This is going to be used a lot, I think, by mafia families. So even playing solo could be a bit of a risk, especially if you harass a family. You could be on the hit list. So you've got to be careful how you play. Do you have a grudge against somebody else? Add them to the hit list and let someone else take care of your dirty business. Now, you could be in a family or play by yourself, and you could focus on being basically an assassin. That's something you could possibly do. Adding another user to the hit list is a way of getting rid of a user. You don't want problems and risks that come with killing another user. You can use the hit list and pay to get someone taken out. Whoever kills the user on the hit list gets whatever currency the user has on hand, but also the bonus you submitted. As submitter to the hit list, you can choose to provide a reason, and you can select if you want to be anonymous or not. Distribution of the reward, 90% of the bonus to the killer, and 10% fee to the protocol. So there we are. And of course, example mobster is the username, family none, reward 1 million in-game currency, and reasons stole from me, someone stole from him. So he wants to get him hit listed on that. Pretty don't steal from the mafia. Their street market, sell your stash on the peer-to-peer market, mafia street market. So there will be a big marketplace in game. So it's going to be very important that people obviously use these a lot in these kind of games. You're in need of cash. You can auction or sell the following in-game assets on the peer-to-peer street market. You can trade cars, bodyguards, witness statements, bullet packs, shop items, and business options there. So there's lots of shop items, of course, and business items, business objects out there. Most important, you can trade bullets and health. So obviously, if you get wounded, you're going to want some health. You want to buy that. You can do that on the market. If you want to go kill somebody or defend yourself, you can also buy bullets. And you can see a picture here of some of that kind of market there. Pretty open with their gangster lives. Helpers. Now, helpers get help to rank up faster by achieving helpers. So there's going to be these like auto bots in the game. Maybe you're sleeping during the night, and you can set these sort of things up as my guess. Helpers are small automated bots that perform actions for you. If you are sleeping, on vacation, or simply not available to rank up your character, you can hire helpers to do that work for you, which is a really cool aspect of the game. What problem do they solve? Mafia ranks are given based on performed actions in the ranking contract. These actions can be performed at a certain time interval. Advanced blockchain users will be able to host automated scripts to optimize their rankings, especially essentially performing a crime or action on the exact available time. So there we go. This means legitimate human players will get outranked and outplayed by automated bots. We can't stop this, but we can equip legitimate players with the same functionality to even out the playing field. So you could set up a player, and maybe you're a bit busy going on holiday or the weekend or whatever, and you can have it do crime every 5 minutes, for example. You could have it do a carjacking every 15 minutes, smuggling every 30 minutes, etc. And you can build up that way. Obviously, no human will be able to perform these actions on their exact availability around the clock, but doing so will propel you to higher ranks quicker. How do I buy helpers? Well, you can purchase helpers credits with BNB. So you will need BNB. The protocol will select credit packages with 1,000 actions, 5,000 actions, and 50,000 actions. So this is really good for the game. I really like this aspect. You can assign helpers to any of the crimes you want. You will earn both currency and rank points just as you performed these actions yourself, same RNG and cooldowns. Important note, by using helpers, you avoid confirming transactions on every single rank building action. You will save a significant amount of BNB fees. All purchases of help credits goes to the Mafia Foundation to cover expenses for server and domain expenses, game maintenance and development, and support the moderation team. So nice little fun for that. Kind of cool. Look at this gangster robot. Gangster robot. All right, we've got cooldowns. Obviously, after you do crimes and things like that, there will be cooldown periods that prevents you from absolutely slaughtering everybody, I guess. Certain or getting killed quicker than you wanted. Certain actions have cooldown periods until they can be performed again. Here's a list of the cooldown actions here. I'm not going to go through all these, but you can see basic crimes all the way through to smuggling, car racing, and a mega OC. And the minutes run from 5 minutes cooldown all the way to, let's say, 48 hours for organized crime there. So there we go. And of course, based on the rank and other users. So some systems there for cooldowns. Safe houses is going to be pretty popular, particularly for hierarchies and top people in the mafia families. So, for example, if you go to a mafia family, let's go to the Maganaos. You can see that actually what happened there. Maganaos. Let's go to You can see the 3 top players in here. They're going to be definitely targets. Some of the capos here will be targets as well. So yeah, people will be able to get safe houses. Safe houses are very expensive. Service offered to the protocol when the user is in a safe house, the user cannot be killed. So there we go. If there's a no-one hit job on one of the leaders, they could get a safe house funded from the bank, the MAFIA bank. Cost per hour, $1 million. So not cheap to protect somebody. Maximum time per check-in, 24 hours. That'd be 24 million. That is a lot of money. Cooldown, 6 hours. Safe house can be important strategic utility for many high-ranked players during a war during a family war, and there will be family wars. Don't be surprised about that. There will be family wars, and unless there's agreements, there'll be agreements and breaking agreements, all sorts of things. If you run out of armor, bullets, and health, you can jump into safe house while you are recharging, but be careful because when you get out, you can't get to safety for the next 6 hours because there's a cooldown period, right? So you have a 6-hour vulnerability after that. It could be carnage. But you may be able to get all your pals to come and defend you, I guess is maybe the outcome there. Now, detectives, when you're going to hunt people, you got to find your target before you kill it. To kill a user, your detectives must know where the user is currently at. You can hire detectives in each town to track down your target. You cannot perform a kill action until your detectives have successfully located the user. Remember, if you are in the killing game, you will need to hire a detective to target them and find where they are. If your target has traveled away from the location between your detectives finding it and you performing the kill action, then you have to start the process all over again. You can hire as many detectives as you want. Cost and specs of detectives are below. You can see there 1 to 100 is between 5,000 and 500,000 there. So basically 5,000 per detective there, and the duration that they'll be looking and the city they're in at the time. So average time to find, of course, you can see the more detectives you hire, the quicker you'll be able to find the target. So there we are, but not cheap to do. Like I say, you've got to find the target with detectives. You're going to need a gun. You're going to need bullets. And arguably you might need a bulletproof vest as well. You want to up your chances of success. Now, testimonials, if you do get killed, then a way to secure assets and bank capital in the case of death, you can define a user who will inherit some of your assets in case you are killed in the game. What will the inheritor get? They'll get 50% of deposited funds in the bank account. In their bank account, they get all cars from the garage. Those are the things you get to keep. But the killer, if they kill you, they won't get 50% of deposited funds or the cars, but they will get all cash on hand, and they will get all owned business objects. And that could be quite a painful thing, particularly business objects there, if they're earning nice income. What is lost? You lost bullets, and you lose all shop items as well. Remember that. Not cool to get killed. Look at that. Not cool. All right, so that is all the things in the MAFIA game. And of course, next up is families. And of course, this has been very successful. Really excited about the families because we're up to 12 families. Who's the next one? Let's find out who the latest one is. We've got 12 families. I don't know who's the latest one. Let me go through here. The OG Sopranos. All right, so they look related to these two, don't they? The OG Escobars and the OG Sopranos. That looks pretty similar there. And the OGs, of course, related to the original gangsters. So it looks like the original gangsters have set up 2 other families, the OG Sopranos and the OG Escobars. So yes, already they are targeting different cities. So the OG gangsters are in Las Vegas, but we can see that they have now got families in New Jersey and in Medellin as well. So there we go, folks. It looks like the OGs are already expanding their operations. And so we've got that's the latest family now, the Sopranos, and of course following the Escobars there, number 12. So already the games are playing. The games strategy has already been playing where the game's not even live. And we've got already big families trying to outposition other families, go multiple cities and dominate. So it's going to be fun to see this play out. All right, that is that. Let's jump into creating family. Now, obviously, creating family costs 500,000 BNB. So I'm not going to go too much on that, but you have to basically select the family name, select the HQ, and of course pay the 500,000 MAFIA, and of course then you can get in there, right? They do get a lot for that 500,000 MAFIA because you can become a don of your own family. That will definitely rank you higher and allows you to do all the features of the game pretty much. So it is a pretty powerful position. So paying 500,000 might be worth it. And of course we can see that another one is that the OG original gangsters there are already expanding out into new families in different cities who are already playing this game, right? The game has already been played. We're in that pre-launch phase, so to speak, but getting cities and families powerful is what's being played out right now, and it's got a lot of fun. You can join a family, of course. You pretty much you can join a family, pretty easy, being high ranked. Why being a family? Being high ranked and without a family is like a sitting duck. So you can play by yourself, but man, you are, could be under a lot of pressure there. Everyone is looking for fresh meat to kill. Not being in a family means you can be killed without repercussions from any family member. Yeah, so if you're in a family and someone kills you, then it can be revenge killings, right? And no doubt there will be. When a family top decide to invite you to their family, you receive a notification and you can accept or decline it. That's pretty much it. Easy how it works. And you'll get that notification up here at the notification bell here, see? So there'll be notification bells up there and you'll be able to get access to that. So kind of cool. There's the accept and decline for that. Pretty easy. Find family hierarchy. Now you can also join BNB MAFIA. There's lots of families there out there on the official Telegram group inviting people to join their Mafia family. So you could end up getting an invite from any of these families in the BNB Mafia. You can also find some groups like the Syndicate, for example, have X social platforms. They actually got accounts just for the Syndicate. You can find those socials here with the X here, with the Discord and the Telegram. And some families do have links. So like the Syndicate, for example, if you hit that, it will take you to the Syndicate Mafia account there. You can see that Syndicate. Syndicate is the most feared and respected organization crime family. This is run by Archie, of course, the Don or the Godfather there, and you can ask to join up there as well. They have their own Telegram groups, of course. So that's kind of the play there. You can see that if you're in the family, there are different hierarchies. The top dog, the top food chain there sits as the Don. At the moment, the Don is getting 55% of vault payout, but we understand this is probably going to change a bit with a bigger distribution to more family members. So keep a lookout for that. It's possibly something in the future. So Don gets 55% at the moment, managed to all top positions. Then this is Concierge, 25%. That's number 2, most powerful in the family. Capitacina is number 3. That is 20% at the moment. Obviously, subject to any update there. Then there's the sort of the captains of the gangs underneath the Mafia family. It's called the Capos. They've got different features that they get, right, including promotion money and a regular bullet bonus. Then you've got Capo regime members. These are kind of the foot soldiers in the gangs under each Capo. And, of course, they get promotion money and can own business objects. Pretty cool. And then, of course, you've got regular members there as well. Protection from the family. So they're out there as well. We can see here on the Syndicate, these are the Capos at the top here in the blue. These are the foot soldiers, were they? Yeah, I think that's what they call them. No, Capo regime members. So these are Capo regime members in each of these groups. Pretty cool. And they work for these guys here. These guys, the Capos, work for these 3 up the top here. That is the way the Mafia is run. So it's kind of cool. There's a family page, of course. So the family page, we can see here's the family page. Pretty easy. Don't have to talk too much about that, but those are all the features on the family page there. Big thing here is that you can stake Mafia towards your family bank. Everybody in the family. So all these people in the family here or down here are staking. You can see their stake Mafia. ST Stake Mafia is their stake Mafia. You can see all these people are staking, and that's helping the family earn money in the bank. So you can see the bank here is there's 72.6 million staked. It's already earned already earned 74 million, including about 1.4 million in interest. So pretty awesome. That's been over the last week or something. Pretty cool. Yeah, there's lots of different features there. I'm not going to go through all those, but family leaderboard. Obviously, the family leaderboard there as well. Top 5 families have access to the weekly BNB. Now we talked about that as well. So if we go to families, you can see anybody with these green shields, they are the ones in the top 5 families getting the payouts, ranking from 30% all the way down to 10%. All the ones in red shields for these families are not getting a part of their vault payout. Now, they can earn money owning other assets in the game, but not from the vault itself. So kind of cool. Family staking, of course, that is pretty awesome. Everyone gets one Mafia token staked, gets $1 family currency. And, of course, then they also get a 0.5% daily compounded as well, which we saw before. So kind of cool. Pretty awesome money. The longer they're staked, the more interest they earn. That's pretty much it. Why would you stake? to increase the worth family valuation of your family, to increase your family's available currency. To family members would normally be required to stake if they would enjoy protection, and to get bullets airdropped from the game start. So you can see that if you check one of these guys, let's go to the Munganaus and have a look at this family. You can see that they've got a certain amount of wealth points too, and they're earning, each capo is earning different weekly bullet payouts. Look at that, they're earning 249 bullets. Polizia here, this capo or captain is earning 164 bullets, etc. So the more bullets you earn, the better as well. So staking feeds those bullets, and of course bullets won't be cheap in the game generally. So kind of cool. Heaps of family features, of course, in the game. I'm not going to go through all these, but these are all the family features here. Promotion money would be a pretty big deal. Get a currency bonus every time you rank up, right? So that's going to be a bonus that you'll get when you rank up. So if you get promoted, you'll get ranked up. So you can see the promotion list here on the family. This one hasn't been really filled in yet, but as you go up the family, you should get a good Don. We'll set it up so you get a good promotion for every rank that you go up. And that means that comes out from the bank, right? So the bank here will feed those promotion payouts. That's kind of the idea. All right. Business objects will also be a big deal for families. They generate currency by owning different objects. That's going to be huge in the game. As you can see at the moment, business objects won't be open for a while until the game starts, as I understand it. So that's coming up. Business objects, casinos, bullet factories, and hospitals. So there we go. Yeah, I was wondering what the other one, hospitals, was. Going to be a pretty big deal. Yeah, we talked about promotion money. There's an idea of some promotion money there. Each family top can define the bonus schedule. So here's an example of what that might look like there as well. Now, only family members who are assigned to capo regime are eligible for the money. So not people that are just foot soldiers there, which I think was in this level here. Yeah, regular members, they don't get any promotion money there. You have to be in the regime, which is one of these one of these crew here, to be one of these guys in this group. All right, what else we got going? Are we going up to family objects? Like I say, family objects are going to be very, very important in the game. Not only the vaults, people are going to be after dominating cities. So particularly where their HQ is for the family. Hospital, you get one per city. Bullet factory, one per city. So very, very, families are going to be fighting over these bullet factories, right? Big time. Casino, three casinos in a city. That's going to be pretty important. Car crushers, 2 per city. Market operator, 1 per city. Bank, 1 per city. And shop owner, 1 per city. So all very important. And you can see the expected profits, high for bullet factory, high for casino, high for shop owner. Obviously, they're going to be fought after big time. And the profit types that you get in there, respectively, right? So shop owner selling guns. What else? Hospital blood buys there. And of course, bullet factory selling bullets. So lots of cool stuff there. Going to be very, very important. Some cool factories there with the bullets. And of course, the casinos there. Kind of cool. So that is, they're going to be big objects in the game. So along with the vaults, those are going to be heavily fought up because you're going to make a lot of money with those as well. Now, leaving the family. Well, there's only 3 ways to get out of a family. Getting thrown out by the family top. That's already happened, by the way. I think paying the leave fee. And of course, the leave fee you can see is set by the Don or the Godfather. And the leave fee is up here, right? That is the leave fee next to promotion money there. That will be different per family depending on what you're in. And then, of course, number 3, your favorite way of getting out of a mafia family, death. Death. That is the way it goes. All right, family death. So we talked about individuals dying with the testimonials back up here, right? The testimonials with the individuals. But we've got the families. All families can die. Here's how it can happen. A family will automatically die if there's no users assigned to the following roles: the Don, the Concierge, the Capodicina, or the Successor. Now, the Successor is a very important role behind all these. Of course, when a Don dies, the Successor automatically becomes a Don. If the Successor dies without appointing a new Successor, then the Concierge will automatically be promoted to Don. If the Concierge dies and still no Successor defined, then the Capodicina becomes Don. So basically, that's the hierarchy. The Capodicina dies, which is the 3rd rank member, and there are not defined any other 3 roles, a new Successor, then the family dies. So the hierarchy of the family must live. So, for example, here is the top 3 players. You got the Don, you got the Concierge here, Igmaneo, I guess they say it, and then you got the Capodicina, Capo Murnau there as well. So if these 3 all get killed off and the Successor, then this family would die, and all the people under it would be dead, pretty much, I think. Or at least the family would die. All right, so that's pretty important. take that into account there. So when where else here? No, when a user is promoted into the Don position, it will automatically obtain 2 hours safe house. That means the new Don has a small window of time to recoup the family and protect it. So very small time indeed. So that is the family there. Those are all the family different categories there. We've also got the user. So obviously user profile. You can set up your user profile. It's got lots of different T-cells in it. I won't go through all that, but it does have your liquid MAFIA holdings. It does have your name, and of course has your profile. So cool, and your status as well. So kind of cool. That's an example. And of course, you can see that on the player profiles. You just go to player, and you can see all the players there. You can jump in every single player that you like, and of course what family they're in, how wealthy they are, and where they're ranked in the game overall as an individual. User status, of course, you can see all that with the cooldowns and everything else. They can have all the details there. Communications, there's going to be the in-chat game on-site chat box there. Now you're going to have a direct one-to-one messaging. That's coming up, I believe. That's not out yet, but we do have general messaging, as we talked about with this message box at the moment. You can talk to people. Kind of cool. Now friends, I don't think we have that on there. Then we go to profile. Yeah, I don't think we have that yet. Yeah, we don't have anything on here, so we don't have any DMs like DM players at the moment. Friends, networking is important, of course. Find your true friends, add them to your public profile, and show how well connected you are. Having many friends can be quite frightening to possible attackers. So remember that while visiting other user profiles, you'll be able to add them as a friend. So you can see that actually on the individual. If you go to my profile, you can add acquaintance here with this button. That is not activated yet. You can see it does nothing at the moment, but that will be coming up too. And of course, we do know that with the stages at the top, that's going to be coming up on stage 6. So that's not too far away. Communication, that's pre-launch phase. So it's coming up soon. Kind of cool. Honor points. Honor among thieves. Is there honor among thieves? You decide. Every account receives a certain amount of honors weekly. Users can choose who they send those honor points to. These points are valuable. More information coming soon on that. So that's going to be fun. I kind of like that idea. And of course, inventory. You are able to obtain different in-game assets during the launch phase. Items such as bullets, business objects, shop items, health, cash, and bodyguards, and helper credits. So it's kind of cool. I think business objects coming up soon too. So that's going to be pretty cool. And we're kind of in that launch phase at the moment, are we? I don't know. But anyway, we have bullets, shop items, lots of cool things. When the game goes live, the player inventory becomes private. How about that? So that's kind of cool. Shop. Let's go to the shop. The weapons. You guys know if you're going to be killing people, you need weapons. You're in the mafia after all. Killing or defending requires a weapon loadout. Head over to the shop to see what they offer. Each city has a weapon store. All weapon stores, of course, are owned by the families. Every sale generates a small fee to controlling the family. And you got cool guns. Look at this. You got handgun Colt there. Gun Colt 1911. You got a Smith & Wesson. .357. You got a Remington Models 870, a Thompson a 1928, and Molotov cocktail, and a fragmentation grenade. And you can see the prices of those in the in-game currency, and of course the attack value. So 50 for a Thompson 928. I think I'll get one of those, and max quantity is 1. So it's kind of cool there. Here's a guy at the shop looking for his guns. So I like that. Armor. Now, armor's going to be very important, man. You don't want to go into a gunfight without any armor, do you? Especially with these Thompsons machine guns around. Having armor and great impactful. Having armor is greatly impactful while being under attack. If you want to survive, you should drop by the shop and pick up some armor. I agree with that. Leather gloves, bulletproof vests, bulletproof suit, bomb suit there. These are the respective values. So definitely, I don't know. Probably definitely want to walk around at least with the bulletproof suit there. It's $250,000 cool cold cash there. But anyway, there's the defensive value as well in that too. So kind of cool. Yeah, a nice little bulletproof vest there. He's going out for some carnage. You can tell. You can tell that. All right, so we've got transport as well. So now you have weapons and armor. You're going to need, of course, transport. Reduce your travel cooldown times by having faster transport available. You can get motorcycles, armored cars, Humvees. You can see the cost there, and of course the attack and the defense value. So Humvee obviously the strongest out of those. Available planes. Now every gangster wants a plane, right? That's all about status and kudos. You got the Gyro Crusader there, the Sikorsky, and the Douglas M3. You can see the price there, $2 million all the way up to $1.5 million for that Douglas. And you got cool times there. Definitely the more expensive your plane, the shorter the cool time there. You can see going out to buy a nice cool car there, looking stylish. Isn't it funny how the old cars are so stylish? It's crazy. Have you noticed every decade we get further, we seem to get into less stylish cars? I don't know. Maybe the modern look cars, maybe once we get to some sort of cool sort of rocket plane, maybe it will start heading back into the stylish game. Bodyguards. Now, bodyguards are extremely important, especially if you're in the Don. If you're one of these, families here, let's go to another one here. We've got their. Let's go. Well, we got another family. Let's go to. Did we go to Peaky Blinders? Not sure. Let's go Peaky Blinders. We can see these are the top 3 players for here. They're the Don, the Concierge, and the Capitacina. They may need bodyguards, right? Because they're going to be under the hit there. Bodyguards are extremely important for your account's offense and defensive values. So yeah, there's going to be Johnny, Jim, Sam, and Frank, and they've got different cost levels there. Got different skill levels as well. Sam is offensive and Frank is defensive, and the different levels of impact. Cooldown per rank level is 120 minutes. The exact attack and defense values of bodyguards are not known. They are kept a secret as part of the game balance. You can rank your bodyguards up in level to become better and better. This will be expensive, but also extremely important. When you attack somebody else, your bodyguards will take the hit before you do. So engaging in war will kill your bodyguards, and you will have to repurchase them and rank up. So you can imagine if you had a full-blown Mafia versus Mafia family war, for example, maybe these 2 families become enemies, the Mugnaus and the Cosa Nostras. Maybe they have a Mafia family war, full-blown scale. Then you definitely want to, get yourself plenty of bodyguards, as well as generally protecting your leadership as well. Now, obviously, the vault is the big prize outside of the game assets and other trading things, and of course, doing crimes. Then the vault is kind of the big target there, the financial backbone of the game. The vault pays out 10% of total accumulated value weekly of qualified players. Now, remember, it's not starting to 500 BNB, so that's a big deal. What's a BNB at the moment? You can see $610 per BNB at the moment. So it's a pretty big number. And what's that? 360,000 US dollars may be the starting value. Obviously, if BNB goes up, it goes up even more. So, you could end up having $36,000 in the weekly vault. So it's a lot of money to go after. And while you're having fun too, right? You're trying to have fun playing the game and earn some good coin. So all tax transactions are swapped to BNB and deposited into Vault. The Vault runs an automated payout schedule for the highest ranked members of the highest ranked families. At the moment, that may get changed in the future. We understand it. They may be spreading the distribution out further. So just remember that. Payout iteration 7 days. Payout amount 10% of holdings. For example, if there was 820 BNB in the pool, there'd be 82 BNB, which would be pretty awesome. Total received is 12. So payouts happen weekly to the top families. You can see the percentages, but they may be changed in the future as well before the game goes live. So we'll keep abreast of that. Accumulated tax. There is obviously a buy and sell tax when buying and selling Mafia. You can see currently Mafia at the moment is at 1/10 of a penny. We probably just had those 2 new families that joined, probably just got sold into the market there. So just be careful. The chart is not just reflecting buying and selling, but the actual in-game tokenomics playing out is heavily affects this chart, which means that when things do get sold down to go into the vault, like family fees, then it gives you as a new person coming in a cheaper price to get in. So it's kind of a cool thing like that. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's go check the vault actually, because the vault might be even slightly higher now. Yeah, look at that. So during the game, we had that about 1,900,000 Mafia. They all got put in, or was it even more, that 1.3 or something, 1.4 got sold, and now the vault is now up to 72 BNB, and the price value there is now the vault is 43,864 US dollars. So ticking away towards that 500. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so that is kind of cool. Let's jump over to the next section, payouts. Did I get to this? Yeah. Mafia families can instruct the taxman to convert all its Mafia to BNB and deposit directly into the vault. And of course, you do that by going to this convert button. Anybody can call this. Whatever Mafia is in there will be sold into the market here. And of course, just like we've just seen here, I'm sure if we go to the transactions here, this Mafia here sold in, I guess it's, was this one here, one of these two. I think it might be this one here, sold into the tax there. And of course, there we go. Right, so kind of cool. Mafias can instruct the taxman. Payout specifics there. 10% of the vault holdings every 7 days at 0 UTC time. It's kind of convenient. And of course, all the families get paid out a certain rank, depending on your rank and a member. And of course, family payout calculations there as well. But this may be subject to change, so just take that into account. Yeah. Then we get into in-game assets. We've got casinos. So this is what mafia families are going to be after these big time. So that's coming soon. The information on casinos, the information on bullet factories is coming soon, and of course hospitals as well. Now, if you get shot, you're going to need, this could be pretty profitable. Giving people blood, fixing them up, right? Make sure you select the correct blood type. Every user is born with a specific blood type. This can never change. So just remember that. I don't know if that shows up on the profile at the moment. No, it doesn't show up here at the moment, but every user is going to have a different blood type. There's blood type A, B, and 0. The available units that's going to be available every 24 hours. And, of course, the unit prices of that blood as well. So even getting recovery there, it's going to cost you money. There's blood compatibility index there. And you can see the different blood types and, of course, how compatible they are. There we go. Don't want to be this guy, right? Poor guy. Doesn't look too happy. Now, we're getting into the last category here, game economy. There's going to be deposit and withdrawals. Now, obviously, yes, we talked about all those game components. You're going to have to get good at playing the game, getting bullets, getting armor, getting in the right family, doing the right crimes, getting active, and you could earn quite a bit of in-game money. And, of course, that's going to be tradable for, MAFIA and BNB, and you'll be able to, some people might even be able to make an earning. Going to be pretty fun. Now, get in-game currency by depositing MAFIA tokens, wanting all assets in game can be lost once deposited. That's the one thing you have to decide. So you have to decide. Maybe you had 100,000 MAFIA. Maybe you want to put 50,000 at risk and keep the other 50,000. There's all sorts of things like that. Deposit available tokens. MAFIA at the moment is the MAFIA tokens, bullet tokens, and health tokens. Bullets and health are converted to MAFIA upon deposit. So remember that bullets and health are converted to MAFIA upon deposit. $1 equals 10,000 as an example. Example conversion rates, 1 MAFIA equals $3,842. Now, this will probably just change as the game changes with inflation and everything else and supply and demand. 1 bullets equals 1.52 bullets in the game. 1 health equals 2.53 health points. Now, so I think these will be dynamic rather than static or constant. Withdraw MAFIA available tokens. You can withdraw in the MAFIA tokens, of course. And, of course, you can see they're trading at the moment on the market. What else are we going to say about that? There's a 10% fee to the vault. So a lot of activity with the money market, like with the economy in the MAFIA game, will be feeding the vault even more. So not only will we having this trading, but we'll have a lot more feeding in the vault there from the looks of it. Calculate conversion rates. The protocol keeps track of total deposited MAFIA. The protocol keeps track of all in-game minted currency in existence. The protocol will inflate in-game currency over time to incentivize activity. When depositing MAFIA, you receive. Now that's cut off there, but that's kind of play. There's also the central bank. The central bank of the protocol is responsible for minting new cash. The central bank keeps track of all deposited MAFIA tokens and all available cash issued in the protocol. Where does the money come from? Nowhere. It's magic, just like the central bank. Money is printed out of thin air, paid for by your attention and time. Central bank mints currency when users perform game actions on chain. Now, we also saw that there is deflation as well, right? So a lot of deflation activities as well. So that's important to remember. All right, I think we saw that on currency here with MAFIA. Yeah, so there's inflation impacts in the game activities, and there's deflation impacts as well, where currency gets destroyed. So it really is a full-on economy in the MAFIA game on BNB. So that is the wrap up there on that. Let's get to Crypto King in house there. What's up, Hexkins? Hey, good to see you, Crypto King. Welcome to the chat there. Price targets for Pulse MAFIA and BNB MAFIA Superman, not financial advice. I do not know, Christine. It really is hard to predict, but we may see some big increases in the value. That's probably my suggestion there, because we've got more players joining, more MAFIA families launched. We just had 3 more MAFIA families overnight, 2 of them strategic, but 1 new one. And we're also obviously just getting warmed up. So it's just phase is launched. So I'm expecting some bullish things in the future. And of course, we now have Pulse MAFIA as well. So I could easily see a 10x plus in the game of the price. I mean, who knows? But that's just definitely a lot of upside there at the moment. Now, we know at the moment that the sacrifice price for the project was around about here. This is my numbers here based on the total sacrifice dollars, including bonuses divided by I think it was 800 million tokens, which was the sacrifice allocation outside of the teams one, which was 200 million, 100 million for liquidity, and 100 million for the teams, promotions and other activities and things like that. So yeah, we're still well below the sacrifice price. So lots of upside here for the price, as you can see. So very early time to get on. Good time to get in, especially with all these Mafia families joining. And of course, that means you get a cheaper price into the game. So yeah, I'm pretty bullish. Could be good. All right, let's jump out of that. All right, so that is that from that. Now, we did get some news. That is the Mafia, folks. That is, I've read through everything on the wiki. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Sometimes it's always fun to watch someone go through the list rather than just read it by yourself. So hopefully that was entertaining at the very least. We got 12 crime families. Pretty good. I'm very happy with these numbers at the moment. 261 are live players. Now, those are live players. Some people, you can have more than one player, so the number of unique players there will be much lower. But man, things are still growing every day. We're getting bigger and bigger. We started off with a couple crime families. Now we've got 12. So very excited to see that. And I will be posting out the latest two names on X platform after the live stream. The vault now up to 72 BNB. And of course, once it gets up to 500, it's going to trigger the game. And wow, $36,000 a payout for the vault distributed to the top 5 families who are winning the game. Look at this. These ones with the green, it's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, you want to join a family that you think is going to be strategically win there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Now, we've gotten big news, of course, around TRH. That's out as well. I'm up to now 33 minutes, but we're going to go through this very briefly on the TRH. Now, obviously, we were waiting for a game update within 30 days. Now, we had that today. And the big news, of course, as someone pointed out earlier in the chat there, was about which Archie posted. So Archie's posted this update in the Pulsechain chat, which is in our Discord. Links in the video description. So you can join up for that for $5 a month. So Archie's posted this, and this was the big update. So I'm going to read out a few of the highlights. You can read the full thing in our Pulsechain Discord. So update on TRH v4. This is the end. So this is some of the stuff that Archie said. So I'm going to read this out verbatim here. That's with the sad heart that I have come to this conclusion, says Archie. Sorry, it says Jacob, the developer for these protocols. You can always be right, but you can't continue pushing forward until you make it. This is exactly what we're going to be doing. You have all in this community been amazing, far exceeding my wildest dreams, says Jacob. I never expected that so many people would enjoy and join TRH. Of course, it was one of the most successful games on Pulsechain, one of the most successful projects generally. We launched a meme coin that burned RH coins. No promises, no sacrifice, no plans, nothing, just to support RH. So pretty cool there. Now, I'm going to jump through some of those comments. So yeah, they burned a lot of the Richard Hart tokens, but they didn't get a lot of third-party projects supporting them to do airdrops and things like that. So that was disappointing. So let's go through it. No one has ever offered any tokens to the protocol in the last year or so. Nobody has ever used our proof of burn list to distribute the initial token supply as well. Burning Richard Hart tokens, of course. So we can't just sit on our hands and be disappointed. We have to gain our strength and push forward a new beginning for all TRH holders, a new narrative, a new protocol. Because of this, I've had to make a very hard decision to retire the TRH protocol, which is a different game, right? It's a different game in terms of DeFi game or GameFi. With every ending, it becomes a new beginning, and therefore, in replacing a TRH is Pulse Mafia. And this is, I talked about this about a week or so ago, speculating that TRH may very well become Pulse Mafia. So a big shout out for Archie on that, because Archie called that pretty well. He's the Don, of course, of the Syndicate, one of our moderators in the Discord, and absolutely amazing. So well done to you, Archie. Please welcome Pulse Mafia. Mafia will be a lot like TRH, except we will keep the tax instead of burning it. We will then use this accumulated tax capital to incentivize players inside the protocol. The top players will receive the weekly payout in the PLS to your wallet. So we get BNB on BNB chain. We get Pulse on Pulse Mafia. I personally like this move. I think it's a great direction. And of course, you got that connection potentially between BNB Mafia and Pulse Mafia. So I think that's pretty huge. And I think that Pulsechain will definitely get a lot of value add by having a protocol GameFi like this. And so I think it's very exciting. Mafia will be one big on-chain PvP experience. So play-on-player experience. where only the smartest and strongest survive. If you want to learn more about Pulse Mafia, I would suggest looking at BNB Mafia, which we've just gone through live on this show, to get a sneak peek of what's all about. So kind of cool. Estimated launch of Pulse Mafia is not far away, folks. It's not far away at all. It's currently the 3rd of June or 2nd of June in the Northern Hemisphere. It's going to be the 14th of June. So that's only 11 days from now. So very exciting. So you guys are all early, folks. This is probably just going to continue to blow up. Is my expectations there. So yeah, I might just have a drink of water there. How will the conversion process be? Well, if you've got TRH tokens, for example, which is trading at the moment, right? So let's go have a look at the TRH. We can see TRH at the moment is trading. Liquidity at the moment, let's go to the daily. So that's the daily chart TRH, right? So you guys all remember this big, huge pump up here. And of course, we got the price at 0004 at the moment, and the liquidity at 89,000 in that moment, market cap 201. That is currently the play. So yeah, and what were we going to say about that? That was the price. So how will the conversion process be? They're going to announce a snapshot range dates. So I guess you could still speculate on that to get Mafia tokens on Pulse Mafia. But they will be, they're going to move the LP at some stage, airdrop Mafia based on the snapshot. They're going to open the Pulse Mafia. OG NFTs from the TRH will, I guess, be the OGs for this project, will be converted 1-to-1 into Mafia OG NFTs. So you could potentially go to the NFT marketplaces and try and buy one of these. I guess it's one of these OGF NFTs down here. You can double confirm that in the Telegram, but I'm pretty sure that's the logic there. They've got a couple there available to buy. You need Burn token to buy them. Or you can buy some with plant stuff like that. Is that the OGs? I think that's the OGs, yeah. So some of these will probably be transferable. So once again, double check with the Telegram. That is my estimate there. So yeah, how much Pulse Mafia will I get? Now, Jacob says we made a very comprehensive list of all wallets in the TRH ecosystem. Your wallet will be given a value based on a parameter such as the liquid TRH token that you hold, the stake TRH that you hold, your owned NFTs, your liquid burn, your liquid plant tokens. Those are the other tokens, right, that we see. So if we go back into the charts here, you can see plant and burn token, plant and water. They're all there. So plantation growth. So if you were playing the game, you would have had, your plantation. So your plantation growth, I guess, in here. Seeds and holy. So obviously, if you had, was it seeds and holy? I haven't got seeds and holy here, but there's two other tokens, seeds and holy. I can't believe it. I thought I had that on this list. Seeds and holy and more. So there we are. They're going to do they're going to issue Pulse Mafia based on that list. So there's quite a few in there. You can find that in the Discord under Pulsechain if you want to see that written. Weights and amounts will not be publicly available. So just note that Pulse Mafia tokens will be distributed 50% to TRH holders, 40% to LP, and 10% to the team. That's the allocation of that 1 billion tokens that they will have there. Bring adoption Pulsechain, something we all want and work hard towards. Games have always been a massive market. Just in turnover actually surpasses both music and TV combined. Gaming is huge. It draws players and users. We believe we build a unique themed high activity on-chain DeFi game with a low gas cost chain. We could potentially offer something to DeFi users that other chains do not have. And of course, having killer applications like this could be a real boon for Pulsechain as well. Pulse Mafia will have the ability to bring eyes to Pulsechain if it becomes successful there. Now, end of life. We understand that not everyone will be happy about this. It's impossible to make everybody happy, but when we have thousands of holders, we are doing this because we think it's the best move. The TRH contracts will not go away. The TRH tokens will not go away. Anyone is free to build their own front ends around the contracts. It's entirely up to them. We will end our front end support TRH contracts on the 1st of August. We have no obligations to anybody and you should not have any expectations from us. I have made my decision. We as a team will no longer pursue the narrative of burning third-party capital. It's kind of cool. Note, here's a note here. In order for us to remove the LP, we will have to sell all TRH tokens held by the team. TRH LP is burned, so we can't extract the capital without selling down the price. All PLS that we get from all this will be used to set up the new Mafia LP. So LP from the TRH, which will have to be sold into the market because they burned the LP, will be used to go into the MAFIA LP. Thank you for everyone for making TRH what it was. I hope it will embrace this new journey of on-game PvP playing or gaming. We want to take this to the next level, and there are needed changes. We hope you will join us, and they're the best news I've heard in a while. Absolutely. And I do, my personally self, I like it. Obviously, everyone can have their own opinion. And of course, I think it's a good direction. What else can I say about it? I'm hoping that we get linkages between the BNB Mafia and Pulsechain Mafia. Now, I don't know what that would be, but maybe some bridgeability there. But that'd be pretty fun to see some stuff over there as well. Maybe just marketing or promotion of Pulsechain via the BNB as well. Kind of cool. That'd be very cool indeed. So that is it on that news. We're going to quickly go through just to wrap things up because we're up to now in 42 minutes. We can see at the moment we've got Bitcoin at 68,300. That's up nicely at the moment, up 0.7%. We've got Ethereum down almost 0.9% there, $3,800. But BNB, as we just talked about, looking pretty nice, $607. So that makes juiciness in the vault, right, for Mafia. The more that BNB goes up, BNB goes up like $2,000. Imagine it. The huge money in the old vault there. Kind of cool. Now, overall on Pulsechain, let's have a quick look at the numbers. I'm not going through all the charts today like I normally do since I've just done a long live stream. But we can see that we've got some gains today after many red days. Looks like we've got things just bottoming out here. Yeah, we've got Pulsex up 4%, Pulse up 2%, and we've got Hex up a little bit there as well. And on Ethereum, just up a little bit. But interesting, Hex came down, pretty much bounced off Brenton's target for Hex, which is pretty amazing, of 66150. It's now 6325. So pretty good call there from Brennan again, our TA guru in the Discord. Pulse there at 4,800 and Pulsex at 2,000. Pretty key areas there for a bounce, and good to see that. What else there? We got stable coins at the moment. We've got PDI has made a rally. We talked about this, right? Said it looked like it was going to start moving. It has moved. So we've been calling this very well, up 24% on PDI, USDC, and USD Tether following up behind them, around 20-21%. So that is pretty another good call here on Hex Token channel. Pretty cool. Let's go to the influencers. Quickly look at those. We definitely had some movers today. Maddie Allen's coin there, $2.89, up 47%. Trayvon's up 12% there, 22 cents there, so doing pretty well. Followed by Axis and Teve and Nope Token, all up, and SolidX. So the influencer coins all up there on that little bounce there from Pulsechain projects. That leads us to our final numbers here. Let's go to Pulsechain overall. Quickly check how that's going. Volume on the low side. We have just come off. We're on the still on Sunday US, isn't it? So Sunday US. So we've still got kind of weekend volumes, 13.4 million, and we've got 360,000 transactions, 24 hour, pretty normal. What we saw, I think, yesterday, didn't we? The best performers at the moment. We've got this BFF token. It's up 77%. USD is up 60%. What else is doing? Staked ETH is up 56% as well. Obviously, there's some narratives around the LUSD and Staked ETH. You've probably seen them around online as well. Diehard, we earn PDI, is up on the back of that PDI pump. That's up 29%. Teddy Bear, of course, I think that's supported by Moon King and influencers like that, up 20% there as well. P-Trip up 15%. Pine up 14%. Some nice ones there. UFO from PTGC Group, that is up 13% as well. BGC Group, of course, the Grace Currency, 12.6% as well. So we've got some nice movers. BBC token there at 21 cents. That's doing pretty well for 9ish Exchange, up 11%. Some nice moves there, and we're getting a bit of gains, a bit of moves here across the board with some little gains across many of the influencer coins. So kind of cool. That is a Pulsechain. Nice to see a little bit of a bounce today after many red days, eh? There we go. All right, we won't go through the Hex daily stats today, but we'll pick up on that tomorrow. So that is it, folks. The Mafia game is really starting to step up there. 12 families already. We could have 50 families by the time we get up to the launch. I mean, it could be crazy. We'll see how many we do get. 20 or 30 definitely seems possible. Obviously, it costs 500,000 Mafia time. So, yeah, take that into account. We've got Brian in the house there. What's up, folks? Good to see you, Brian. Wow, long stream today, boss. Absolutely was long. Figured I'd missed it. Yeah. Hey, it's such a long stream, and you still managed to miss it and get to the end. We're up an hour and 46 minutes. I think we're going to wrap up there. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed the full-on coverage that we did today to how to play MAFIA on BNB chain. And of course, unfortunately, Cult DeFi wasn't able to make it today. It is very early in the morning there, so I may have had some issues there to attend. But a big shout out to Pulse MAFIA, to Cult DeFi and all he's doing for Jacob's ecosystem as kind of his promotions man out there. All right, enjoy. And remember, you got to play smart to play MAFIA. Don't get yourself killed. All right. And yeah, lots of cool families to choose from. Obviously, I'm in the syndicate. And of course, that's co-hosted with Telegram and Discord. And of course, Archie is the godfather there. There are some very competitive teams out there, like the Original Gangsters, like the Moognows, the Cosa Nostras, the Peak Blinders, the Cartel, the Yakuza. We've got new families now, Salvation Army, the Sopranos, the Escobars, the Mafia Group, and the Untouchables. Another influencer YouTuber covering this now. How many more influencers and YouTubers will we get setting up their own Mafia family? It's going to be fun to see. It's early days as we ramp up towards the game going live. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, that's pretty much it. Let's wrap up here. All right, take care, everybody. I'll catch you again tomorrow. I'll see you in Discord. Take care. Bye for now. Whee!